Hi, I'm Alana Culverhouse. I'm from Perth, West Australia. I guess the most relevant thing what I wanted to talk to you about that demonstrates why I do what I do is that I'm very much driven by a sense of contribution and a sense of purpose, and to facilitate opportunities for our creatives to be employed in the industry in which they love. Prior to taking up the role at Co3, I actually worked for the Department of Culture and the Arts, which distributed funding. Well, I managed the program, quite ironically, that distributed funding to all of the arts organisations across the state, and a program that I have just recently had to apply to. I felt very privileged in that role. I got an intimate knowledge of the sector across the state and across art form. I love to facilitate the organisations in their planning, acted as a point of advice for strategy, and I really helped to advocate the purpose and what the organisations wanted to do to government to try to get the resources that they needed to deliver on their ambitions. I felt like for a long time that my contribution was very heard and very warranted. But in more recent, towards the last few years, I really felt like the department was changing, the governments were changing, funding was getting tighter, efficiency dividends, and it didn't feel, I was feeling like I was losing my sense of purpose, that I was becoming more like a bureaucrat, that I was becoming more like I was working for government and not advocating for the sector. So I made the decision to resign from that job and take my skills back out to where they could be used more effectively. Quite timely, the opportunity came up at Co3, and I'm very committed to, we've just been through a 10-year strategic planning process that will hopefully, if we reach our goals, that will see this company become a serious contributor to the contemporary dance sector on a national scale, and one that will provide opportunities for our creatives to stay here. And we have one of the best training institutions in Australia at WAPA. However, so many people leave. So I'm committed to championing West Australian arts. I'm committed to making and creating experiences and opportunities that make Perth a really great city to live. And I am committed to finding people's strengths and helping facilitate them in however I can. And I take that responsibility very seriously in my leadership. I champion, I nurture, I mentor, and I will never ever work in another industry